All right, guys, welcome back to the Toxic Love Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg. We got our boy Angel and Chris here with us today, and we got a couple topics. The first one we're going to talk about is the Sony DRM. If you don't know, the DRM stands for Digital Right Management. So I'm gonna just kind of do a little brief of it, and then Angel and Chris will say what they got on their pieces. But pretty much, Sony made a new right to where when you buy a game and you have to collect it like every 30 days with the digital purchase. They did correct it after the fans kind of really bitched about it. um Also, they announced it, but they never gave an official statement, so it could have been a little false. Nobody really knows, but go ahead, Angel. Let's see what you got.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Been a minute. But like what Greg was saying though, PlayStation released or implemented into their system DRM, the digital rights management. And as a Sony guy, you know, I'm still having mixed feelings about it because again, I just feel like that whole first of all, they were silent for a whole week. The fact that it took them a week to say something and just let their AI chatbots respond for them. That's not personally. That's not a good look, in my opinion. Because if you're just like because then everyone's like, well, "Why are you doing this?" Blah blah blah. Right? Causing this chaos, which I feel like is why they had to respond because of all the black backlash that was going on. But overall, the concept of it, I can see it for like the piracy stuff. Where because PlayStation has the licensing for like if you purchase it, you have 14 days for a refund. Where people would do it. Where they would buy the game and then refund to get their money back, but then still have the game in their console, meaning they can play it even though they refunded it and got their money back, which was things going on. But I think that also, again, this could be a good thing, but at the same time, I feel like it also has like a little ick to it because I feel like then it's gonna like cause like the companies like Sony or Microsoft to kind of think like maybe if we can get away with this a little bit, maybe we can actually not have people have their licenses or have the license to it. I think a perfect example is if you guys remember, but the Crew, the Ubisoft game, the Crew, where they took down the servers and all that, and obviously it had a big fan base because otherwise it would have not gotten the attention it is. And then whole there was an organization calling out if y'all heard, but Stop Killing Games movement. It actually got into the EU Parliament, meaning the representative was actually talking about it. But I don't. When it comes to that, like I said, I can understand that they want to do it for piracy reasons, and like, but I feel like they're trying to. I feel like they're trying to sneak something with it. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I would love to get the opinion. Chris, what do you think?
Sorry, I was reading the article, just confirming to see if it's actually. I think they did fix the one-time thing that Greg was mentioning. I'm not too sure if it's already like implemented into the consoles, but it does. I mean, reading the article here, does state that they are trying to fix it with the one-time online check and stuff like that. I haven't been gaming for the past couple weeks, so I'm just hearing about this. Yeah, this is new news to me, but do I like it? I mean, I don't know, honestly. It kind of does sound dumb having to log on just to own the rights to it. I mean, what happens when you don't do it? Do you just lose out on money and then you have to repurchase it again and have to do that process? Is that what it is?
I believe so.
I believe
You
so.
like lose the entire rights to the game, and then you have to like repurchase it, or it was like some kind of weird claim that you would have to do something like
Uh
that.
huh. So then there's potentially people that maybe could be having Wi-Fi issues or whatnot. There's potentially that people could just lose their money just like that
Yep.
and having to repurchase it. Okay, yeah, I don't really. That's kind of messed up. You're kind of Jewing your customers, your audience, for your consoles, if you will. Um, yeah, it's. I mean, I'm glad they tried to fix it with some kind of accommodation, meet in the middle somewhere, but
I
that's
mean,
just messed up,
I
man.
get it that it's only for their digital and not the hard copies of the games,
But
but
nobody buys hard copies
yeah,
anymore.
nobody goes out and gets the hard copies anymore.
So that's just major like the majority of what their
I can
audiences are.
see it
Is people
from
that
their
I
money
tried to.
method plan of it, but it's just dumb because it's okay, games are already almost up to 80, $90,
yeah.
depending, especially if you're getting like the upgraded packages of games, and then to lose that because you didn't claim it, and especially if they're not getting a notification of it,
Mhm.
I mean, you come back and then you don't claim it, and then it's like, what happened to my game?
You can't right.
Now you got to spend another
It's gone.
$90 for a
Right,
game.
exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like most of the revenue comes from people that buying digital copies anyway. So it's just it's kind of a screw up for kind of the company. You know, people.
Hmm.
I mean, massive majority of people who are owning the consoles, massive majority of people who play. There's gonna be more than one person that's gonna, not claim it. So there's gonna be a lot of money lost eventually. People are not gonna want to use Sony consoles anymore. I mean, I don't know.
No, I agree. Like it's literally like I'm thinking back of what Don Matrix iconic line was back in when the Xbox One was announced, when he had the interview. I don't know if y'all have seen the interview with Jeff Keighley,
Yeah.
where he goes, where he literally was just talking about, well, having an online system is like the norm nowadays. Like, and that was the thing that also I think helped the PS4 generation was the fact that people could share their games, nothing going on, that they own their games. And it's just giving those
Sony is
2012,
kind of pretty
2013
much
vibes.
doing what the Xbox One was gonna do at that point.
Yeah, yeah. And they, oh yeah, Xbox One went back on their
Yeah, they
what
went
Don
back
Matrix
because
said.
they saw the heat that they were getting. And I think it
Wait,
was a
so
little too late because I mean, for the past two consoles, they've been getting killed, but
my
Yeah,
next question is did Xbox also do a DRM thing or
no,
what's
no.
there's no competition with that.
they
So
were
is
they
it
were like
just Sony
hinting at
that's
it.
Only Sony did it.
but only Sony is doing it right now. So and basically Microsoft has had they're not even nothing to do with DRM at this
Nope.
point
No,
right now.
And that's the crazy thing, especially when we get into our next set of topics. Do you guys have anything else that you guys want to say about that with the Sony?
I I just need
Yeah,
just a
no, go
little
for
right.
it, man.
The way Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst have ran Sony is fucking perpetuous. Like it's just horrible. Like I just
So do
and
you think it's
especially
been when do you think it started going downhill?
when Shohei Yoshida left the company or got fired by Jim Ryan.
Baseball player?
And no, fucking Shuhei Yoshida was like he greenlight most of the like production of games like The Last of Us, Uncharted, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, like he was more of a single player person, and then obviously what happened after, like you guys know, 2020 hits, COVID and all that, live service games started to pick up, you know and I think also like Sony just needs to get their shit together because if they don't, then if Xbox, we're gonna talk about it, but what Xbox is doing right now, like if they keep improving what they're doing, like Sony is gonna lose so much revenue, they're gonna lose so much player base, and I think like I said, it's just the way they've been running it. They need to realize like, hey, we're gonna lose this next generation console. Like especially how prices are nowadays with the consoles. Like especially if the new Xbox is cheaper than what PlayStation's gonna offer. Literally, it's just it's just a reverse Uno card on what Sony did on in 2013 with the Xbox One.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
that's just me.
Um,
Aren't there games Sony aren't there games that Sony's making? Like for example, I know this was a while ago, that freaking that Silent Hill game, that really, really scary game. I understand why they didn't make it because I believe someone passed away for that game or whatnot. I'm not too sure what the
Yeah,
I
real
think so. Yeah.
you
reason for that
you're
is.
thinking you're thinking of PT Silent Hill PT.
Yeah, that Silent Hill PT game. I think I that could be another reason why people or Sony could be losing gamers. I mean, they're always releasing these alpha, beta snippets, trailers of these games that are coming out, but they're never really released. You know what I mean? I think then there was a new. I'm not too sure if it was another Silent Hill game recently as
There was a
well.
couple
I'm not too
games
sure if
that they were
You
supposed to
had
release and then they just
they
canceled them.
never.
you had Silent Hill Elf that came out recently, and then I think the new one that got announced was Silent Hill Township. or something shit.
I think so, yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there was another Uncharted game coming out, but I could be wrong. I'm not too sure.
Mm.
This is what I've heard. But as far as I know, they're kind of known for releasing some games that they like
Look at
throwing out there
well,
for the public, and they never release them.
but look at, and I think they overspend on unnecessary shit. You
Well,
know,
yeah, I mean,
look again. Sony ran real quick, but look at fucking Concord. That game didn't even last a couple months.
No.
oh, isn't that the game that they shut down?
Yeah, literally, Concord got shut down. They spent millions of dollars on that, and then now also the acquirement that they did with Bungie, which was $3 billion, and the game that they just released was Marathon. You're telling
Yes.
me, and Marathon, I guarantee you, is not making that money for the amount of money they spent on the game. So
Have you guys touched it, by the way? Have you
Trash.
played Marathon?
Trash.
no, I
Is
have
it?
not touched it.
Trash.
Like, it's ridiculous. You had the people who were like responsible for like maybe Sony had a good deal, and if they actually knew who can manage it right, Sony had like one of the creators of Halo. Like there could have been like and Chris, I know you were the Destiny guy back then. I know you were
Yeah.
the fucking you know how I tried play it. I couldn't get
Oh,
into
yeah.
it, but I know you were more into the Destiny back then. How
Well,
good it
Destiny
was.
1 was
Yeah, Destiny
out of
1
the
was
two was
pretty
the best
goated. I
game.
didn't really play it like that, but like
Yeah.
I would watch it. An ex of mine would play it. So
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Play it with her. No, but definitely Destiny 1 was out of the two was goated. I don't know what the heck happened to Destiny 2. Stop touching it. I know they're still updating
still,
that shit,
yeah, they
but
they dropped the expansion on that like not too long ago, I believe. So
yeah.
yeah,
But
Sony is just PlayStation needs to get their shit together. Because now I think we talk about Xbox and how they're getting somewhat their shit together now. Craig, let's
yes.
start with you. Craig, how you
So
feeling?
Asha Sharma, I believe is how you pronounce her name. I'll be the first to say it. I We're not gonna get political in this, but I personally didn't think that she should be running a company. Not saying women can't run companies. There's plenty of women that run their own companies and stuff like that. But when it comes to gaming and stuff like that, not saying females don't game, but for her to come out of nowhere and to take over, I really thought that Microsoft was about to go even more downhill what they already were. But I'll be the first to apologize and say I'm sorry because she was straight up cooking. For the past 2 months, she's dropped the monthly prices of the Xbox Game Pass from $29.99 to $22.99, and then the PC version from $22.99 to $13.99. She changed the logo back to the original way with a little bit of updated style. Uh, that made me feel like, okay, we're really starting to get somewhere. She announced Project Helix, which I'll talk a little bit about, but we'll go more into details probably on another day. But pretty much, it's going to be a mini PC. Uh, she's committed to the human crafted games while strictly on the low quality of AI. That's great to know. Kind of sick of all this AI stuff going on. She scrapped the this is an Xbox marketing campaign that looks like dog shit. Um, she boosted the direct fans interaction on X, and she's giving out fast responses. She's making Xbox feel like what Sony was doing when the PS4 dropped.
Yeah.
Um, and she's rebranding everything and making Xbox back to what it was in its prime days of the 360, I feel. Um, but basically, with all that, I mean, the prices went down. Sony's not doing anything like that. They also are going to be releasing where you can choose in your plan of Xbox. So, like, let's say you don't want to have the Game Pass for the games, but you want to have live, you can take that off to make the price even cheaper. Yeah, that shit blew my mind when she said that. I'm not sure if she's implemented it exactly yet, but I believe it should be out within the next update. Um, they scrapped the stupid idea of like the laptops and everything else of the AIs and the gaming and then the handhelds and all the other things that they had. She's focusing directly on the next console, on the games, what the fans want. She's interacting with the fans. Um, I'm not gonna say Sony hasn't done that, but for the new CEO to actually go about her own way to respond to fans, to respond to any questions, that's a boss in the sense of you would want your own boss where you're working to be able to do those type of things. Um, the rebranding of the controllers are looking kind of nice for the next gen as well. Um, Not exactly sure if it's true, but supposedly we're not going to have stick drifts with these new controllers that are going to be coming out. That'd be a great thing because I'm not going to lie, Xbox controllers go through stick drift in about 2 months.
I'd fucking throw this shit out.
Yeah, Sony as well, but like, man, when I tell you, you fly through controllers like it's nothing. It's pretty quick, especially if you play like shooter games and you're a competitive person. Controllers might go flying sometimes, you know. Um, what do you guys got?
Chris, you want to go?
I did have a question.
Yeah.
I kind of lost it, but when you were talking about controllers, with the whole stick drifting, you think controllers will be more expensive than they used to be? I mean, thinking about it, Sony did make a controller where I don't want to say it's stick drift, but I mean, you have to pay like $200 some for this controller.
I mean,
Considering-
uh,
I'm pretty sure
actually-
you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
I don't know where it's at because I actually have it.
shit, I said
Um,
fuck. I said fuck
oh,
that.
here.
Hold
Shit,
on,
no,
I
look.
actually got something that I can show you guys. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's this thing that's like $200 some, and I guess about it is the stick drift on this, and I had this for a few years now, and haven't had a stick drift problem with it. And the difference is with this controller and a regular, I guess a PS5 controller, is there's a shield cover here,
Yeah,
and you could literally pop. I mean, have you seen this, Angel, or no?
I've seen it, but I refuse to pay $200 for a fucking controller.
Yeah, no, it's pretty ridiculous. I don't. I mean, I guess I had fuck you
it's-
money at the time.
Yeah. no,
But
I get you. Bro.
I did purchase this controller. Like I said, this pops there's a shield here that pops off that I'm trying to get off so I can demonstrate it for you guys. All right, so this pops off, and you have access to your thumbsticks, and
Right.
from there you can take these two off. Oh, well, they demonstrated that comes right off, and you could literally. I don't know if you could. I mean, I'm sure you could replace these.
Yeah.
Not too sure how much they are, but definitely you can clean them. You could definitely clean them. You could pop all. You could. There's so much shit to
Yeah.
do, but you have to pay $200.
Yeah.
Like,
See, that's the thing. Xbox already kind of started that. So this, I actually have one of their non-stick drift controllers. Only $30.
That must be amazing.
Yeah. So
now,
I mean,
is
there's
that a
different
wired
models.
controller?
What's up?
Is that a wired controller? or
So
is that a
this one
wireless
is wired. They haven't announced or made any of the wireless ones yet. I don't believe so. I could be wrong. The most expensive one I've seen, because there's about 5 different models of it. The highest expensive one was like $90. That could be the wireless one. And obviously, you know, you always want wireless, but with the wired, it's direct, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had no issues. It feels a lot smoother than the original controllers. Um, the buttons feel lighter, and they also have the back buttons as well if you want to do the modifications for them. So I mean, I personally love it. It beats like the original controller. That pretty much that still goes for like $80. Like controllers controllers are the same price as games now these days, which is pretty
Oh,
sad.
100%.
So
100%. And think about it, they're just basic controllers. You don't even have the anti-stick drift, the bumpers in the back. I mean, I know my controller too. There's the amount of the trigger pull you can do on the back triggers. I mean, you don't have
I don't
that. So
understand
I
how
mean,
this is.
$80.
I still don't understand how this is an issue with it. Like, I feel like consoles should get better with their controllers now, especially with the.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like
it's the money.
I don't understand.
It's the money.
it's
They want to collect more money because they know that if they'll
People
give
are
you a
gonna keep buying
quality controller, but if they give you the best controller off rip, they're not gonna make any extra.
Nobody's gonna want to buy another
Yeah,
controller.
nobody's gonna want
I
another
mean, that
controller.
controller, $200 something dollars. I mean, I hope I don't have to spend another $200 something dollars for another fucking controller just like that.
Like before they
Greedy
made those, like
bastards.
they did have like the Elite Pro 2 or something like that. That was like $300 for the
Mm,
Xbox, and it didn't have non-stick drift, but it had like the buttons in the back. But it's ridiculous. But
yeah,
they've now
interchangeable.
started making the non-stick drift. I mean, I love it. So
I think that's just the biggest issue for controllers are just stick drift. I mean, who cares about the interchangeable buttons? I mean, the back bumpers are cool too, but I grew up, obviously, you guys grew up as well, playing without the fucking back bumper. So
yep.
don't know if it's even worth the $200 something
Yeah,
dollars.
I'm
I
old
mean,
school and still shit on 30-year-olds on Black Ops 1.
Hmm.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's just the biggest issue with stick drift, and that'd be nice to have a controller that's anti-stick drift because it's pretty annoying, man. You're trying to play some games, and for example, you're playing Call of Duty and you're trying to aim straight, but you're over there looking
Yep.
weird.
Yep.
So I don't know. That's just me, and I'm kind of glad that someone's trying to do it already for pretty cheap price.
Yeah. Go ahead, Angel.
No, when it comes to the Xbox changes, like talk is cheap, and as much as like I said, I believe Xbox can actually get it done, but I also think it may be a little hard now. Now, when the Xbox and PlayStation 4 came out, I think we also need and I think you guys can agree with this. I think Xbox lost the worst generation because of digital libraries. Like all the games you have in your digital library stacked up now. Like most people moved to the PlayStation system, like ecosystem. Like basically they joined the PlayStation 10 after the whole controversy with Xbox One, all the shit that was going on. And with the changes right now, and the way Phil Spencer and listen, Satya Nadella, the head of Microsoft, I don't know if it was his idea or if it was genuinely Sarah Bonds and Phil Spencer's idea to go the route they were going, where everything is an Xbox, where it's like a lot of Xbox exclusives that moved to the PlayStation. The fact that and you could see, and I don't know if y'all see the numbers, but like the fact that PlayStation's most sold games on the console were Xbox exclusives. Like the fact that they lost all that revenue besides Call of Duty, which I think Call of Duty we talked about it, but like just the whole I think they went to court over it to make sure it wasn't just an exclusive to the Xbox console, and everyone had feelings they didn't want that, you know. But everything else, and yeah, like I said though, like it's just the price drop of the Game Pass Ultimate from $29.99 to $22.99. That's a good step. I think that's a reasonable step in my opinion. Then you had Call of Duty B taking out of the Game Pass, which I never understood why they would put it on the Game Pass. Like let that game go out through a whole year and then do it, because they also reported that they lost I think like 300 million with Black Ops 7 or I think Black Ops 6, one of the two, because of the already it being on
I'm
Game
pretty sure it
Pass.
was 7 because that was the newest one.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
and then the other thing is uh their logo change. I like the logo change. It doesn't look corpo like Apple, where it's just a black and white screen, where it looks like like it actually looks like how Xbox was. And keep in mind, I didn't grow up on Xbox like that.
bringing that
Like these two.
nostalgia back
Right.
just a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah. Like I said, like these two grew up on it. I grew up more on the PlayStation side most of the time. I didn't have a 360 growing up. I would go to friends' house to play it, but I knew when they had Minecraft, it was fun. Gears of War, love Gears of War. And like I said though, like right now, they already I think had contracts with Sony for some games that are coming out, like Fable, a very Xbox game that's coming out for PlayStation. But I think that's stopping now, and that they're gonna go back to their exclusives only.
You
But
think
at the
so?
end of
I don't think they will. Sorry to interrupt you, but I don't think they'll do it.
they have to, I feel like,
For what reason though?
because like I was talking about the digital libraries. Like if you at that point you might as well just stick to the PlayStation, because you have all the other games, and if you're gonna get all that Microsoft stuff that they're offering to the PlayStation, then it's like, oh yeah, well,
But
might
they're
as
getting
well
a
because
percentage out of it, so it's not like they're getting hurt out of it.
But yeah, so basically you're saying is all the Microsoft games are going on to Sony. Is that what I'm taking? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, with the recent when Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer were running the company, I'm pretty sure they had contracts already with Sony. Like, hey, we'll give you this exclusive, like our brand, our own exclusives to you, and you could sell it on your console. Look at Starfield.
Mhm.
Starfield just came out for the
That's
PlayStation.
Xbox. Oh,
Yeah,
so that was an Xbox game,
it
right?
was an Xbox game, but then they
Okay.
brought it right now to PlayStation because Bethesda
So
is
I
owned
don't
by
think they'll
Microsoft.
get every game. It's just going to be certain exclusives.
I want to say maybe exclusives like I mean, Halo's an exclusive game, but this new Halo game coming out. Is there a possibility that might go to Sony?
I think so. Yeah, I think they
I don't know
already
if
had
you
a
guys heard
contract.
of that new Halo
I've
game
I've
coming out.
seen clips of it. I've seen like the pictures of it. I wouldn't mind it going on fucking Sony. I would not mind it.
I mean, it's nothing special. It's just really a remake of the first one, revamped with
Yeah, it's
new. I'm thinking with
campaign
new
campaign
mechanics,
something. I think it's campaign.
campaign evolved or something like
Yeah,
that.
campaign. I
Um.
no, go ahead, Chris. Finish.
Oh no, yeah. I was just saying like with what you were saying about Xbox exclusives going on to Sony, I don't think old exclusives are gonna be transferred. Maybe like if they were to make a new Gears of War, maybe they'll go to Sony. I mean, considering that they're making a new Halo, maybe that'll go to PlayStation. I'm assuming, but I'm not gonna say that they're gonna throw everything
Yeah,
into PlayStation because then honestly, yeah, they get a percentage of the cut of their exclusives, but at the same time they lose their console revenue and like say, you're trying to convert a PlayStation player that has played Xbox exclusive back then, but like me, I played Xbox when I was younger, but I ended up buying a PS5. I ended up sticking with Sony. Um, I feel like they could try to get people who are like me to convert and buying an Xbox. I mean, you have all the consoles, and
yeah,
the reason why is that because you wanted to play Xbox games. So like,
Right.
yeah,
I'm sure like that
yeah.
could be a thing that they don't want to just give everything to
So
PlayStation.
I did double
They
check
would.
before you go, Angel. The
Mm,
Fable will go on
PlayStation.
the PS5, but it's
Yeah.
not until a later date.
No, yeah, it's the same thing with Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
What they did
So
with, I
like
think,
I
with
mean,
Starfield.
and then at the end of the day, I don't find that as an issue. Like, okay, if you want to play it early, go out and go buy an Xbox.
I think, yeah.
If you don't and you want to sit around and wait, watch people on Twitch and be left out, hey,
I see
wait
that
for it.
mentality though is because like I don't know if y'all know, but like Sony a couple months ago released a statement saying they were taking Spider-Man and God of War off PC, aka Steam's app, because they felt like they were losing money and basically like the mindset was if these people are just gonna wait, like at the end of the day, you want to sell your console because then you want a healthy competition.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if there's no healthy competition, look what the fuck Sony is trying to get away with. Look, let's like they have Naughty Dog, they had Blue Point Studios, they had Santa Monica. They have all these high valued Game of the Year studios, and let's be honest, I feel like shit barely came out this year from those studios, you know, and and Sony felt like maybe we can get away with it, we could spend all this money on live service games, because Microsoft ain't really putting a competition, and that's why I don't like the concept of Xbox games going to PlayStation because for one, right now you're never gonna see a God of War go to Xbox anytime soon. I don't think you're ever gonna see it because like oh the games are coming to us. Let's get that revenue with the Xbox stuff coming in. And like I told you guys, there was a graph where most Microsoft games that sold on PlayStation are PlayStation's highest games. You know, and we need healthy competition because then we get these corporations that are thinking and just sitting on their ass, charging people a lot of a lot of money for their shit, giving us low quality games.
Well then,
Like,
so let me ask you a question then. What do you consider healthy competition? Because you gotta think about it. I mean, yes, times have changed, but the whole console war was kind of repetitive and bad, in my
yeah,
opinion. And when PC started to actually get big, all the real
That was a
people
huge
kind of moved over to PC because
yeah.
I mean, I personally left the console war because of that. Like it was just repetitively do I have to buy an Xbox or do I have to buy a PlayStation? I'm not gonna buy both. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
spend $2,000 for some consoles when I can get it on my PC and play either game on the PC.
Yeah.
That's why I believe PC runs the gaming community because they get everything and they have the better graphics.
Yeah.
They also have games that you can't even play on console from the PC. I mean, I know they're
Exactly.
trying to do that now. I mean, come on, they threw Valorant in there in the consoles. And me personally, I don't think they should have ever done that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they should have done that. That was like that was dumb.
It was a bad decision, but good for the money wise because I think like their first month of like it being
You know,
on
I'm sure they
console,
had
man,
everybody.
I'm talking the numbers were like crazy.
I'm sure there's a lot of console players that are like, oh, I've always wanted to play Valorant, but I can't afford a PC, and they got Valorant on the
A
console.
perfect example is my little brother. Like he plays Valorant on his PlayStation at home. Like I see him and all that stuff play it, you know. But I just, especially, and I think we can agree that gaming as a hobby is just getting too expensive.
Oh yeah.
Too with that, like in PC, like PC building a PC, we're talking thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
Where the average family man, like the dad who wants to buy a console for his children, and then you have your options: the PlayStation, the Switch, or the Xbox.
yeah.
And that's why I know we're the hardcore gamers, but I think of more of like the casual, like I said, the casual dads, the people who work 10 hours or you just say, I'll play for an hour and then that's it. And like I said, I just think competition is good, and Microsoft is doing the right things right now. And I want them. This is me, but I want each console, especially between PlayStation and Xbox, to make me feel why should I go over there? Why should I play your console more? And I'm pretty sure I saw this. I'm pretty sure I read this somewhere that the way that the like Sony and Microsoft look at their numbers when it comes to like the Xbox and PlayStation, they look at how many hours are spent. The players' hours are spent on the console with the game. They don't look at the money like that. They look at how much hours. So they try to get your attention, you know.
Mm.
And like I said, like when Gears of War Reloaded came out, it felt very weird for me because I'm like, damn, this was a Xbox game, and I'm playing on the PlayStation. And I'm like, oh, like it felt weird to me playing it on the
So
play on
do
the PlayStation.
you
I'm not gonna
not
lie.
like that type of change? Are you just more of like the old school person that's like in the sense of, hey, you stay on this side, that person stays on that side? Were you
I just
not
want
one of those people that wanted this console war to kind of end finally, so that way it doesn't
no,
matter which console you kind of went on?
Me
no.
personally, I kind of do, just cause like, say you have a friend that is an Xbox and you're a PlayStation, and you want to play together. I mean, back then you couldn't. You had to
Yeah,
have a PlayStation. So yeah, a part of me
I
did
don't.
want it to end.
I don't mind like for example, Call of Duty games. For sure, I always say I agree with PlayStation should be able to play with Xbox people. Like that's not I think that should be a thing. Any multiplayer, for example, any multiplayer game should have the option to play with the other console or PC people. But my thing is more I understand the generation has brain rot, brain rot shit going on right now, where their attention span, where like in Call of Duty, all kill, headshot, metal, like bunch of shit popping up on their screen.
Like that Vanoss video.
Yeah, yeah, literally. But my thing also is like we don't get good with all the studios that they have. Like we don't get good story games, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's
don't get me wrong, like my love for like shooting games or any multiplayer game has slowly died off a little bit because I'm
it's
kind of
all the
getting a
same
little
thing. It's repetitive. Yeah.
yeah, it's repetitive. Like I feel like it's a bunch of the same shit. Like I said, we had Concord and High Guard that came out like that. Those motherfuckers they died like that.
Yeah, but
But
if you think about it, we're not their target audience anymore. I mean, it's the new generation's turn, and
Yeah.
that just goes
It
back
was-
to the entertainment issues. We all agree there's nothing to play now. It's
yeah.
everything's fucking boring.
You got to
So,
think. Sorry to cut you off, Chris. But
oh, you're good.
exactly what Chris was saying. Like our generation of like the games that we enjoy, the games that we,
Over.
I think
yeah,
you
it's
outgrow.
done. We're our time's up.
No, I get that, but I think we also outgrow that though. I guarantee you. Right now, the
Well, yeah.
10-year-olds, the 12-year-olds
Yeah.
are gonna outgrow Roblox and look for
Oh,
something new
Mm,
of
when they start
course.
making money.
yeah.
You know?
But I mean, I'd say that's why there's remasters. I mean, that the potential, like, I don't know if you've seen the new Assassin's Creed that's coming out.
Yeah.
I've never
Remastered
played
Black
Recently.
Flag.
The Black Flag game, and there's gamers that are our age, maybe even a little older, that kids, the next generation don't know what the fuck it is. They
Yeah,
know the
exactly.
new Assassin's Creed with the RPG style Assassin. Nah, man, that's shit to me. I don't like that. I like the old Assassin's Creed, and then that's the target audience, which would be us. But other games is the target audience is these new generation kids that are playing these games. Like Black Ops 7, we could all agree. I mean, me personally, I hated Black Ops 7. I think
I
that's the
haven't
first
touched
Call
it.
of Duty I've not
I,
bought.
I didn't even
I've
buy
not
it
touched
either.
it.
I didn't
I've
buy it.
never bought. Yeah, I've never bought that call. I mean, there's Call of Duties that I did
And I
not
canceled
enjoy.
my Game Pass.
I bought them. Yeah, yeah. There's so many Call of Duties that I've bought that that I enjoyed, that I've not enjoyed. But Black Ops 7 was a game that I've not touched, and
Bro.
that's just because they didn't target me. We weren't the target audience. So I mean,
And look
that's
look how much money they lost. I don't
Yeah.
think, and listen, I get the target audience thing, but I think we also know that people younger than us don't have money like that. So that's why most of those people are like playing Valorant or playing free to play games, because they're free to play games, and the way they get you is the microtransactions. You know,
Well,
is the microtransactions.
yeah, but I mean, if you really think about it, if you look at the free to play games compared to the actual pricing games,
Yeah.
free to play has been better within the last decade.
I mean, look at Fortnite.
Fortnite's still being played like crazy.
Yeah.
It probably
I
still
mean,
has the most numbers.
I don't like the way
can't.
they
I
were
mean,
like.
I can't defend Apex Legends. I mean, that shit died for me a long time ago. But Fortnite, I mean, I can't compare, and there's a difference there. But Fortnite, yeah, I mean, everybody still plays fucking Fortnite nowadays.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all remember, but they raised up their Fortnite
Fortnite changed their
play I
microtransaction prices.
yeah, they went up and then they laid off 1,000 people. I
That's
think a
epic for
thousand
you.
people. Like like I said, like when you have these juggernauts that think they can get away with stuff, is like that's why I say, especially with the consoles, like there needs to be a competition, because then it's head to head. Like why? Oh, like they're trying to get your attention. You want them to get your attention. I want a reason why to turn on my Xbox right now. I want a reason. Like Sony right now is just pissing me off, where they've had nothing to show for this last generation. Like it feels like this generation just died. Like
But
it feels like
I could not to
no,
interrupt you, I'll let you finish. But I could say
no,
the same thing for Xbox. Like neither console of this generation, whether it's the PS5 or
Hasn't came out
the
with
XS
anything.
series, nobody has dropped games. It's
Yeah,
not just I wouldn't say it's the competition, it's the game companies in general. Nobody's
yeah.
making
Oh
anything
yeah,
that can
there's
keep
no bright
anybody's attention
ideas.
span
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
everybody will be on a game for like
Couple of months,
not
Let's
even
say
that.
top 3 months,
The
90
sport
maybe a
days.
month.
for an example, sports games obviously it's a little different, but it's the same repetitive thing. They put in one thing, they take out a thing, they add the new players, you play it for the 2 to 3 months and then you stop playing.
You're done. Ugh,
When it comes to
yeah,
shooters, I mean,
same shit.
unless it's Battlefield, which they haven't made anything in a while, they came back and they were doing well. They definitely destroyed COD like we all thought, but then Arc Raiders dropped, and then look at Arc. Arc's not even being played the way it is. It was doing so great. Anti cheat was doing so well. The cheaters got better, and they didn't update their anti cheat, and now people are complaining about Arc.
Yeah,
And Arc's supposed to
Could be
last
the
like
same
a
thing.
decade.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it could be the same thing for GTA, the new GTA coming out. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
They're working really hard on it, but who knows? People are gonna be on it 2, 3 months and just
yeah.
gonna drop it. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just entertainment, man. It's just not entertaining anymore. And I'm hoping this new GTA is not gonna be like GTA 5, considering that GTA 5 has been around for what, many years? I would say what,
15,
10 plus years?
16, something like that. Who
Yeah.
knows?
So, I mean, considering that GTA 5 was like that for 15, 16 years, that's a really fucking good game. Do I play it? No, because I mean, I got tired of it. Honestly, it's the same
It's the
repetitive
same.
thing. They
Yep.
come out with new heists and shit, and you get just same shit over and over again. But hopefully GTA 6 is not like that. I'm not gonna say it
Supposedly
is.
you can make real money on it. Who knows? That's just
Real
what I.
money, like real, real
Yeah,
money,
you can actually make real money in the game. Like they're
like
supposed.
put money in my pocket.
Yeah, like your your IRL money, your
What?
microtransaction money. Yeah, you can make real money. Now I don't know if it's fully confirmed, but it's been
Man,
rumored, it's been talked about. A lot of people have been saying, and there's been hints that people have been saying, like, you can actually invest into the game, you can invest into things into the game, and you can
mhm.
pull out real cash in it.
That's
So,
crazy. Dude, this is my first time hearing that.
yeah.
No, I don't want to hype it up. That sounds really cool, but who knows? Who
That's
knows?
why they're
And
saying that
there's
this
a lot
game's
of
supposed
security
to
issues.
they're saying that this game's supposed to change the gaming world to where everybody's going to start copying them. That's why people are so fluctuated where it's going to be the first game to start the games being at basic price of like $120, and then all the other games are going to start copying them, and yeah, it's going to be a massive problem.
Yeah,
It's
it
gonna
is.
be,
Yeah, because then you're gonna be making money off that freaking game. Yeah.
Yeah,
even I don't think they would
You know
even be
what though?
making money.
That's ridiculous though, because there's gonna be a lot of security issues with that. If you're making real money, IRL money, come
hmm
on, man. You don't think there's hackers out there that are gonna try to fucking steal your shit?
and that's where it kind of scares me to the fact of doesn't matter how great your anti-cheat is, doesn't matter how
Yeah.
great anything like that is, like things happen.
And depending on how you have that set up, dude, if you have that shit straight to your bank account, oh, you're screwed.
Yup.
You're fucking screwed. All your money that you make out of the game, the money you work hard for to work a real job, oh yeah, you're fucking
The only
screwed.
thing that I can think of, which I'm not gonna be surprised if they didn't, because they did purchase 5M, so they own the rights to it, is if they do, like, a wallet to, like, whatever you're doing, it's set into, like, a
Oh, it's
wallet,
in-game currency,
a currency,
kind of.
and then, obviously, I don't know any currencies or wallets that aren't, like, protected, like, I use Phantom and a couple other ones, but, like, it's all protected, you can't just hack into that, so, who knows? We'll see what they do.
It's like a Bitcoin kind of
Y
thing.
yeah, pretty much. The whole game's a Bitcoin.
Never fucking what was it?
Oh, it's mad.
NFTs. Fucking
No, that shit died, no?
yeah,
Yeah,
died.
NFT there are still
That
some
fucking died.
out there, but it pretty much died.
No, yeah, I'm just. We need the competition, guys. We definitely need it because, like Chris pointed out, I have all four types. I have my PC underneath me. I got my PlayStation. I got my Xbox. I got my Nintendo Switch, and like when it comes to like Sony and Xbox, like we need those healthy games at the studios. Like I said, like we barely got shit this generation. I feel like it feels like the generation didn't even start yet. Cause and then because I felt like that's how I felt like because I know it took me a while to get my PlayStation, like a year after. I remember Chris telling me you didn't wake up. Sorry. I called you. I tried calling you, but you didn't fucking wake up, bro. I got work. But I feel like we barely got
Well, let
shit
me ask
though.
you a question. Do you think COVID has a part of any of this? Because they both came out during COVID.
Yeah, November, I think 2020
Yes,
or
yes, and I
2019.
yes, and I
12
also think
November 12th was the PS5 and Xbox was like right around the corner. I think it
Man, I
was a
remember
little
that
bit
day
beforehand.
I,
playing
I
Apex Legends with the boys, and all I heard was "do do do." My PlayStation 5 is here.
run that shit.
Damn,
No,
bro, I
I
heard a
think
wolf.
yes. Yes, but I also feel like with if y'all remember, the government was giving these companies money, and then they were also giving Microsoft and Sony money for during COVID stuff, and
Yeah,
that
I mean,
they
pandemic.
excessively spent their money. You know, like they're like, oh, we could do this, we can do that. Because we have all this money that the government gave us. Like fuck it, we'll do it live. But again, like Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, the way they were running it and the concept of everything in Xbox to me legit made no sense.
Oh, sweet.
Like it felt like it didn't. They felt to me it felt like they weren't even trying. Like legit? What was the point of me buying an Xbox if I'm gonna get like Starfield on my PlayStation? Like what was the point of Gears of War? Why if there was a new Gears of War game that was gonna come
But you
out?
got to also think
Like
most of
what?
these games, I get what you're saying, and I'm understanding it, but you gotta realize that majority of those games didn't come out until way later. Like,
I
now
think
you
it's a
might see some of these games come out maybe
you,
a little sooner,
you know
but
why?
sure.
Because the concept of them spending years on unnecessary money for players that they don't want. It should not take 4 years now for games to come out like they are. 4 to 5 years. And Sony has a reputation right now for doing that shit with the live service games. Like it's just ridiculous that it should take 4 to 5 years for games like that to come out. Spider-Man 2, for example, that game I think cost 300 million for the quality it came out. Like, don't get me wrong, it was okay, but like compared to what they did with Spider-Man 1, it's like what? It doesn't even compare. Like nothing came after that game, and they spent 300 million on that game. Like what? The way they were running it, in my opinion, like the money wise and what they think they can be spending on it, it was just ridiculous to me. Because back then, y'all gotta remember, and this is why I think in the future we might start seeing East Asian countries overthrow Western studios because it's cheaper
Cheaper.
to do labor in China, Japan, South Korea, India. Like
It
in
is, yeah.
GTA right now, I think GTA 6 they have a lot of people in India, but they can, and I'm pretty sure they're all good workers. They're all good workers over there, but obviously they're cheaper to pay compared to the UK, Germany, France, and uh,
Uh,
America right now with us.
yeah, I mean, you're only talking about labor though. As far as I mean, yeah, these companies are putting a shit ton of money in these games. You also have to think about technology is also growing. You
Yeah.
got to also keep up with the technology that's being out
Yeah,
there.
but
So I mean,
my
it,
problem is then
I
how can
mean, most of that
Eastern
money is going to
countries do
become
it?
to that though. Well, I mean, if you think about it, Eastern countries like China and Japan, dude, they're technically advanced
They're
more
way
than
more
we
advanced
are.
in America
So
than
if
us.
you even just because the labor is cheap, you still have to keep up with the times, and technology is not cheap. So I mean, yeah, they could be spending less on these games, considering that yeah, labor is cheaper out there. But regardless, the good amount of money that you're spending is coming from the technology that you have to keep up with.
Yeah.
I think there could be the money that they are overspending. I feel like for unnecessary things that we don't want personally.
I completely agree. I mean, Black Ops 7 is a straight example. Never bought it.
Yep.
And I don't know how much money they spent on that, but at the
I
same
feel
time,
uh,
that's just what I mean, the target audience is different, and the technology from Black Ops 7 to Black Ops 6 is completely
Completely
different too.
different.
And
Xbox
there
whole
that
thing
was
too. Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead. No, 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 go ahead.
No, I think another thing with Xbox too was like the whole concept of obviously we know the whole they were slowly pushing AI, and I think that was more Satya Nadella pushing for that
And that's why Asha
thing.
took away that she
Yeah,
announced that, hey, we're done with this
I
AI bullshit.
no,
Yeah,
I hope
mm,
so.
that's
I hope
stupid.
so. But also remember when she came out when she was announced though, her old title to Microsoft AI representative. So everyone's like, ah.
And you know what? I understand that, but she she's going in the right path, and I think she's actually one of the very few people in any company, whether it's gaming or just in general, that actually listens to the community. Like I said,
Yeah,
she's on X responding to the community, she's listening to the community. I mean, Fortnite
yeah,
did it for a
she
while where, hey, if we want this, they would bring it here. Like, you don't
That's how
see
you make
that in
money.
companies anymore. They don't care. They care
Oh,
about the money flow. That's what companies care about. It's what
yeah.
makes the most money. And if you got to blow 300 million to do something like that, then it's a hit or miss. That's why, personally, to me, I don't know about to you guys, I will always have gaming will always be a part of my life. Like it always will.
100%.
But the last 5 years, it's just gotten worse and worse, and I don't see it getting any better. Honestly,
Do you think it's just the quality of games or the fact that it takes too
everything.
long?
It's the entire thing.
Everything.
The entire gaming community, the entire all the companies. Nobody's trying to, as you were saying with the competition, nobody's trying to outbeat anybody anymore. Battlefield
Yeah,
did it,
yeah,
but
for
look how long it took them to do it. Like they
yeah,
waited way
Yeah,
too long, and
yeah.
they were super successful about it. But then out of nowhere, I don't know who made Ark, but that company came out of nowhere and they dethroned. Battlefield.
Battlefield.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battlefield also
other
had a
than
little
that,
more
you
promise
can't
to
name any company that was phenomenal or good in that aspect of trying to make their game great. Ghost. I don't remember what the new one's called, but a lot of
Tsushima?
people.
Oh,
Yote.
Yote?
Yote.
Yote.
A lot of people. I mean, I didn't play too much of the second one, but I didn't beat it because it didn't feel like the first one. Like it just
Yeah.
wasn't as good in my opinion. That's
I
Oh, yeah.
bought it. I bought it and I haven't finished.
because it's
I
it's
bought
just not
I
as
bought the
good.
limited.
Like,
I have the collector's edition over there. It's like
and that's
I
the
played
thing
it, but
is
like I haven't gotten around to beating it fully.
gaming
Yeah.
has
No,
gaming
I
has
get that.
slowed down. It really
Yeah.
has. Like it's not
That I
like
paid
what it
200
used to
for.
be. And you got to remember, we're also getting older, so it's like we don't have
No,
the
yeah.
time for all that.
No, yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. Like Microsoft and Sony have all these studios, these big boy studios that should be making a very good quality game. But and again, my opinion, it shouldn't take 5 years for a game to come out like that. If y'all, because like I said, y'all got, I think y'all remember like when Xbox One and PlayStation 4, PS3, 360, like games were coming out like that, mostly a year apart. Bangers with different studios.
Yeah, Call of Duty
It
comes out
wasn't,
every year.
yeah. And I'm just like, and like I said though, like if we just take away Call of Duty, like again, story driven games and all that, like we're getting old. Again, my
Yeah.
my taste for multiplayer games is just. I'm not saying it's dying fully, but like I'm getting older. I'm getting slower. Like I'm not gonna be able to hit crank 90s and fucking flick on them and flick on people like how I used to. Like, and the fact that also I think also it should target us a little bit too because we're the ones with money right now. We're not the 18 and below people
But
that
you got
don't
to
have
think, I
jobs.
get what you're saying from that, but you
Also,
also
I'll go
got to
ahead.
think that they're not going to target the older audience because they're especially how times are right now. They're not expecting us to be gaming. So, in my opinion, I would target the younger generation, and a lot of these parents are buying their kids,
Yeah.
letting their kids do whatever the hell they want nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Black Ops 2 came out before I was 18 years old. My mother, she bought me that shit. So
So
Yeah.
you just got to
I
think
don't think it matters.
that doesn't really matter, and it's also the fact of our taste of games are changing, especially with us getting older. So unless these companies are going to start listening to the older generation, which we know they won't, they don't give a shit. They care about their money. We're going to consistently get the same shit,
Mhm.
and it's never going to change until some indie game wants to decide to listen
Yeah.
to us,
Yeah.
create the
A,
game, and then win game
Well,
of the year.
a
Like
small
all these major
fucking
companies
company.
that we know and
oh
love,
yeah.
we're not going to get what we want. It's the indie
Uh-uh.
companies that listen to
Yeah.
people, not the
That is,
major
yeah.
companies
And
anymore.
again they production for those games are low and people still buy those games, which is I feel like us, not the younger generation, us, and they're making more money than what Microsoft or Sony has been putting out,
Because they're
which is why
different.
this is why I feel like they need to get their shit together because most of the time I don't think you're playing Roblox on a PlayStation or Xbox. I think you're mostly playing it on the phone. Otherwise, why just give the kid the phone or whatever and let them play on your phone, instead of buying a whole console just for that one game, Or like I said, I feel like it should target us more, get the younger generation. But like I said, they're gonna get older. They're gonna feel like, oh, I don't feel like playing like Roblox and
So
all this
let me
shit.
ask you a question and listen to what you just said though. If the younger generation's getting older, what about us? Are we not getting older?
No, we're getting older, but we're still playing story. I feel like story-driven games. We might play a Call of Duty and Battlefield here and there.
No, but do you see what I'm saying? Me and Chris agree with you completely, but you got to think of today's time and how what's going on in the country where they can target us, but what's more important, buying an $80 game or paying your phone bill, your light bill, your house bill, all these other things? I think that what you're saying,
Gotta
I
be
I agree.
responsible. Responsibilities
Like
first.
there's so much that they need to focus on and fix and do better, but because our generation is at the point where most people are struggling to get by with bills. They're not
Yeah.
thinking of targeting or, in a sense, looking in our direction because not saying that everybody of our age should be smart, but me personally, I'm gonna be paying my bills rather than
Yeah.
being like, yo, make this game this way so that
Yeah.
way you can make an $80 game and then fucking get 3 DLCs out of me, some microtransactions and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're targeting the younger generation,
They're
but
targeting people that can just throw their money at them
they're
versus
targeting the
people
people
that trying
that
to
they
buy
can throw their
houses.
money
Yeah.
at. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
somebody said they like this idea. Let's make this game and just toss it out there. That's what they're doing. They're not caring about us. They're
Yeah.
not caring about what people
I
want.
think that's the concept of the live service games, where there is a battle pass or skins where either it's a
But
free
that's even
game.
single player games. Single players are doing it too. They're all doing it. Because otherwise, we would be getting good single player games. You
I
can't
think the only I'm
name
trying
a
to think
good
of
one.
I'm trying to think of a single player game that does that. I
Yeah,
think the only one I
yeah.
can think of is uh Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I think here's another good example, and it's a multiplayer game. When have you heard of the last Need for Speed game come out? I
They
think the last
actually
one was
canceled the newest one they were supposed to make.
Shit.
there's that issue right there.
They
You got
actually
fucking
canceled the newest
Forza
one.
coming out with Forza Horizon 6 that's in
Forza's
Japan.
coming out this year. I'm not gonna lie, that shit looks sick.
It looks badass.
That
It does.
that I'm
It looks
buying.
badass.
That I'm buying.
The only thing I'm worried about is I buy it
I can't
and
wait
I
for the
don't play it.
lo-fi edits.
Because I bought Forza Horizon 5 or 4, bought it, had the whole sim and everything. I haven't even touched it, dude. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But hey, man, as a car enthusiast and me liking cars, game looks badass. It does, and I mean, I think there's a targeted audience there. We could all agree. I mean, I'm sure there's a vast majority of people that are, big Japanese JDM fans, and definitely I am one. So that's definitely targeted to me. So and considering that I am the old generation before video games, but I'm shit.
So they started making the newest one so the last Call of Duty, the last Need for Speed they made was in 22. They started making the newest one in 24. It was supposed to release this year in 26, but it's in delayed status right now and projected to come out 2028 to 2030.
Ooh,
So,
that's another 3 to 5 years from now.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Again,
And that's the other thing.
see-
Like,
yeah, you
people are
see what I
making
mean?
these games and
Yeah.
then they don't want to get hit like these other games that are coming out and then, oh, it's dog shit or, oh, nobody's
Yeah.
playing it. So people
Yeah.
keep on delaying their games and then they're canceling their games. It's just,
Which
it's a
is
cycle.
It
like
is.
this
I
is
mean, did
why
you
I
play the
feel
latest
like
Need for Speed, Greg? The last Need for Speed me and you played was Heat, and then after Heat was the one with that Travis Scott game.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, and
Heat
that
was
Need
like
for
what?
Speed, I did
15,
not.
16? Holy shit.
Yeah, that's the last Need for Speed we played, and then after I can't remember what was that new Need for Speed game called. The fucking with the all cartoon fucking smokes and shit that looks like, dude. I thought that game was
Rocket
dumb.
League.
I
He
thought that
said
was
Rocket
that Need
League.
for Speed game. I thought it was dumb.
I'm looking.
I think
I can't remember what it was called. They promoted it with Travis Scott.
I can't
Was
wait
it
to
Unbound?
I think so. Yeah.
If it was Unbound, yeah, that was the last newest one after the
Yeah.
one we played.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, dude. Me personally, see that was not targeted to me. I thought that was
no.
retarded.
And see,
Ooh, I don't think
I
I'm
wish they're trying to always do these remaster games. I could tell you right now, if they were to remaster like not Most Wanted, wait, is it Most Wanted 2? Is it that one?
Is it Underground?
Underground 2, there we go. The Underground series. If they were to do the Underground series,
Oh, dude, a bunch of us
bro,
will start buying that shit
like
again.
that was the most perfect Need for Speed where you had all the cars, full customization on the cars, open world driving, and just the last ones we've been getting. Whatever the Rivals, I think it was called, where you didn't even get to do anything to the
The
cars. You were
cop.
just fucking drag racing pretty much.
Mm.
Was it Rivals?
Is that the one with the cop and being a police officer?
No. That one was okay. I didn't hate that one.
What's Rivals? Let me see.
Need for Speed. Let's see if it's Rivals. I don't know if that's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's the one with the cop one.
Okay, yeah, I think that is it then. Yeah, you're right. What was the one after that? Uh,
Um,
it might be the one after that because that one wasn't
I
too bad.
because I know back in I don't even remember the original. Like they remade just Need for Speed. Like that
Hmm.
was just what it was called. I personally kind of like that game. I mean, I bought it.
Undercover
I
was
played the
good, I think, in my opinion. If you played that one, uh,
yeah Undercover. I like Most
Pro
Wanted.
Street. That's what I was thinking about. I didn't like Pro Street. That one was meh to me. Most Wanted was decent. Um,
Carbon was a good one. I like Carbon as a game.
Carbon was good. No Limits. That one was what the fuck. And then Payback. That was a little weird.
Payback. Payback was weird. I bought
Uh,
it, didn't
Heat
finish
was
it.
decent. That was the one that me and you like played the shit
Played
out
the
of.
shit out of it. Yeah.
Hot Pursuit. I don't even think I touched that. And Unbound was
Uh,
the one with Travis Scott that I didn't touch either. So
yeah,
like
I
the
never.
last two I didn't really touch. But if you were to bring back any of those classic ones, oh, I would buy it.
It's over.
I would. You would probably get a good 60 hours out of me until I get probably bored of
Probably
it.
bored.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. I still think that those games should not take that long.
I
And
mean, I
to be fair
agree.
with you, those are story based games.
Yeah, and that's the thing about story-based games. You gotta think. You got to make sure everything's correct. You got to make sure when the game comes out, there's no bugs or anything. Like the smallest, slightest thing, it would be from
Well, it has to make
my
sense.
perspective. I don't think that's an easy fix.
No, no. I mean, think about it. It's like it's literally in the name, story based games. It's like you sitting down and watching a movie. If you're not entertained by that movie, what do? You do something else. The same thing with the game. Story based game. If the story's not going to catch you with the game, you're not going to play it anymore.
And it has to have
Like
your attention for
right.
the entire game. You can't just
Exactly.
make a
You
game
can't
and then
just like there's a story for like the first quarter of the game, and then it fucking jumps to somewhere else, and like when the hell did this shit happen? And you know damn well there's movies out there that do that,
yeah.
like it's rushed.
Bro,
So I mean that. So I get what you're saying, Angel, but like especially when it comes to story player based games, you can't fuck up. You have to make sure it has the attention from start to end
no, I get that.
because
That I get, but for sure, I think I think right now the whole concept of live service games has pushed these companies to think that that's what they're gonna get the money out of. But in reality, like I said though, and there's again, this is just my opinion, but like they if the dad at the store is gonna walk to see a console for Christmas and he scoffs at either Xbox or the PlayStation console and doesn't buy it and says, you know what, I'll just buy a Switch. Fuck it. Again, another revenue loss right there. It don't matter. They still lost the revenue for that the console because one, the prices are too high, and then you're looking at games that are 80, possibly going to $80 now, and then all these companies, and then what happens is layoffs because these companies overspent on something that should have just been properly handled and not taking that long. Again, that's I think a perfect example of a game is Black Myth Wukong. Look how good that game was.
and how long did it take to make it?
I don't think it took that long, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I
Mm.
think maybe it was like maybe 2 to 3 years in the development. I could be wrong, but
But I
I
mean,
also know
you just been. I mean, not to cut you off, but you've been saying it shouldn't take 4 to 5 years. 3
yeah.
years is. I mean, yeah, it's another 365 days, but you got to think like it takes time and
Let me double check that real quick. Because I know again I know that Western studios are I feel like should be a little wary right now or a little bit worried because if it's cheaper to make a game over there and then it to come out faster and then compared to a Western studio, then the money ain't adding up. You know, the money ain't adding up. Like, why is it cheaper and we're getting more results here than compared to our
it
Western
took
based
them
studio?
6 years.
When did the game start working?
They started it in 2018 and came out in 24.
Okay, yeah. then maybe not the perfect example. But I think it's just my whole thing a little bit was more on just the studio and like the West and just the company of it.
Yeah.
Because they have I know y'all probably maybe heard the term crunch time, where you stay in the office longer and just to get the work done. You know, where I know Naughty Dog's known for it. Like their company be doing that shit all the time, especially with when Uncharted was coming out. So, like I said, we'll see how this generation goes. Like I said, Xbox is doing good right now. I think the changes they made were good. Sony needs to make sure they're not gonna fall into the pond with their changes right now. And yeah, I'm very curious on what's gonna happen with this generation. But
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with the next like year or two, especially with the new consoles. Maybe they'll start pushing good games. But thank you guys for watching. We're gonna hopefully push out a lot more videos. We all been busy, life, you guys know how it gets.
yeah,
If you guys have any ideas what you guys would like us to make, our goal is to try to possibly all get together, make some vlogs, mix it up a little bit, give you guys a little taste of everything. Football season is coming up pretty soon. I'm pretty sure we'll probably all get together, watch a couple of games, maybe at a bar, give you guys some live footage.
yeah.
I'm gonna make fun of Angel and his little Iceman, you know. Maybe we can get Rob out here.
No, no,
Who really
we're not.
knows? Um, but other than that, we will see you guys when we see you guys. Peace.
Peace out.